Hey, I'm Don Kisky. Thanks for checking out the Whitetail Freaks YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any new weekly content.
There's still plenty of tags to fill, but the Don knows his deer well. He puts Troy on a big 9 that until this year was off limits. Now at the ripe old age of 4.5, this deer has made the hit list and Troy is ready to shoot him.
We're gonna shoot. Then forward, shoot.
Then Jay Lawyer in his 3rd year in a row at the Kiskys.
You need to get out before noon.
Doesn't get another shot at the 160, but that doesn't mean he leaves empty-handed either. This show is not just about taking down a giant buck, but building friendships and creating memories at the Kisky compound may just be the biggest trophy within this story. This is Whitetail Freaks.
I need makeup. Do I need makeup?
Nope, you need no makeup.
I don't need no makeup.
No, you look awesome right now.
Whitetail Freaks TV is about the oldest buck that we can harvest. This is my life. This is my job. This is what I do.
It's a mental game. That's what bow hunting is. Yeah, baby. I'm the happiest hunter in the world right now. Just a great deer, probably scoring at least 170 inches. All the Whitetail Freaks, the bottom line is they're great people. There's not a lazy bone in none of their bodies. They're always willing to learn. They're doing everything they can to make sure that those deer have the perfect nutrition, the perfect age. We try to do the best job we can. They are what Whitetail Freaks is about.
Spend a little time at the Kisky compound and you'll find it isn't just hunting whitetails that they take serious. They also love their food. So when Troy Landry entered camp, the aroma in the kitchen went from backstrap filet to crawfish etouffee.
Not only were we having a lot of fun in camp, but man, were we eating good. The Landry boys know how to cook. We were having chicken gumbo, sausage gumbo, etouffee. You name it, these boys know how to cook.
This is Troy's famous French fry recipe. See how perfectly?
I don't know how famous they're gonna be, but they're gonna be good.
Upon arriving at the Kisky compound on December 8th, not only were things cooking in the kitchen, but they were cooking in the field when Jacob knocked down a decent buck and set the bar for the rest of the tag orders, including Mr. Troy.
Troy rolls into camp, and Caleb, of course, couldn't wait to show him this deer. Pulls out his cell phone, he took a picture through his Nikon scope and had a great picture of the big 9. Shows it to Troy. Man, he was just super pumped, and he could not quit saying, I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna shoot that buck.
Pumped. I think we're gonna get a big one. If my cameraman tells me, shoot him, I'm gonna shoot him. And we're gonna get a big one.
Troy has been hunting on the Kisky farm now for 3 days straight. And in those 3 days, Troy has had encounter after encounter after encounter while seeing some good bucks.
What we're gonna do this year? We're gonna shoot a big buck. Big. I say big buck. We're gonna shoot a big one.
You believe that, Ian? Oh, I believe. You gonna shoot a management buck like you did?
Yeah. We was in that stand day before yesterday. All the deer was on the other end of the field. So we went in the ground blind on the other end of the field, and all the deer come out on this end. So this evening we're gonna come back on this end and draw. We are fixing to shoot a big one. He got away from us yesterday evening. Oh man, I'm gonna die.
That's big 9.
I don't see him. He's coming this way.
He's just standing out there.
Wait, I think he's gonna come here. I got buck fever. He came in at about 180 yards. And I got nervous. I started breathing heavy, fogged up my scope, fogged up my binoculars. And he wouldn't come in closer.
We all know hunting isn't easy, and for Troy, he knows if he wants to shoot him himself a big buck, he's gonna have to keep the pressure on this big buck.
But I'm pumped up. I think we're gonna get a mouster buck, a giant Iowa mouster. Never seen a place with so many big bucks in all my life. It's unbelievable.
Hopefully tonight will be the big night the Big Nine meets this swamp freak face to face.
When the freak show comes back.
Okay, we're back. First 2 or 3 days, saw a lot of great bucks, but they were, they're gonna hold out. They wanted one deer and one deer only. They're gonna wait for the Big Nine.
We're gonna shoot a monster buck, not just a buck. I'm talking about a Boone and Crockett monster.
Crawling in the ground blind, ain't you?
We're going in the ground blind, in the cut corn, and we're gonna wait for that big rascal to come out, and I think he's gonna come out early today. I think he's gonna be out early, about 4 o'clock.
Perfect.
And we'll be set up, we got a blind set up, and his is grass if he comes out.
It's December 13th, and with one encounter notched into his alligator skin belt, Troy is feeling confident that today will be the day the Big Nine shows his face again.
We're gonna get him today, folks, yesterday. Big giant buck came out yesterday, stayed about 200 yards from us. The closest he got was 200 yards. And we decided not to take it to the little far from that mountain. But today we moved a blind, we in another blind. From where he was yesterday, we were about 60 yards. If he come out tonight, he's in trouble. He's in trouble. We plan on shooting. And we ain't gonna cut him no slack. We've been playing a cat and mouse game with this deer all week. We go one place, he go to the next. We go to the next, he go back to the other place. Go catch up with him tonight. His rendezvous is over. We're gonna shoot him. Then forward, shoot him. Shoot him. That's what we're gonna do. Shoot him. Right, right.
Troy spots a buck coming in from the woods. And it looks like the Big Nine. And with him standing only 100 yards away, he starts to get excited. And luckily for Troy, the deer's attention focuses on something else, and he keeps coming. Troy's patience is finally paying off.
Nick. Dropped him. Oh, yes. I'm about to pass out.
Yes.
I dropped him? You dropped him. I can't tell.
See his belly?
I thought I was having a heart attack. We just shot a mouse. We're going to walk up to him. He's freaking this big. This big. We're going to look for him. All I see is horns sticking out over there. All I see is freaking horns sticking out there. I wanna thank Mr. Don and Miss Candy Kisky for inviting Jacob and I to come up here and hunt with them this week. Man, this was a dream come true. We had an awesome trip. Jacob killed a big mouse, I think the first afternoon we hunted. And I've been hunting this deer, me and my cameraman been hunting this deer. We passed a bunch of real nice deer. We've been holding out for this one all week, and it paid off. We finally got him. And we seen him dead before yesterday, but I wouldn't take the shot. He was at 200 yards. I didn't feel comfortable, so we waited, and he come in this evening at 100 yards, and we nailed him. Man, this is awesome. This is a monster, a deer of a lifetime. Look at the big neck. Look at the big rack. He's gonna have back straps about 3 feet long on him. And it's just an awesome deer. And we worked hard to get him. We hunted hard all week for him. And it finally paid off.
Troy was so excited. I mean, I can't believe it. When we come back to the house, I've never seen a guy so excited over a deer.
T was running around like a chicken with his head cut off. Oh, I'm okay, I shot a big one. And then, let me tell you what, it was more rewarding seeing Mr. Troy Landry shoot that big buck than I could have ever done shooting him myself.
He was hugging everybody. He could not believe this is the biggest deer that Troy had ever killed in his life.
Oh, look at that thing. Look at here, look at here. Look what Santa Claus bought.
Merry Christmas!
Oh, thank you. Here, buddy.
Give me some sugar.
Thank you, man.
He's beautiful. That is awesome.
Look at here, look what Santa Claus brought.
Yeah, he is a beauty.
Huh?
Gosh.
Orange tip there.
Yep, boy, look.
Mr. Troy got the big 9. And with Jacob laying to rest kickstand, these good old boys from the swamp are all tagged out. Good thing, too, because this was their last night in camp before heading back to the swamp. There's still this guy, though. Yep, Jay Lawyer still has a perfectly good tag sitting in his pocket, and he hasn't given up hope just yet.
Luckily, Jay's a good sport and he doesn't hold a grudge, but Don and I were feeling the pressure to get him on another great buck.
For the next 2 or 3 days, Jay hunted really hard to try to get that buck back on the plot again. Never saw the deer again. And I told him, we got the new farm up there. We got another big shooter that's coming out. It's a big old 8-pointer. Why don't we go try after that deer?
On to a new farm that I haven't been to before, but there's been a couple kills already this year. So looking forward to that. It's about 50 degrees today, but it's okay. Troy and Jacob left today with their monster bucks on the way back to Louisiana. So Candy and I are both going to kill tonight. Iowa hunting, whitetail freaks. Doesn't get any better.
It's the 7th night of the hunt, and Jay needs to get a buck on the ground before he heads back home. But there's plenty of movement tonight, and Jay knows a thing or two about putting down giant whitetails. This is his 3rd year at the Kisky farm, and he's never left without a buck in the truck. But after passing on Ethan's buck earlier in the week, Jay hasn't seen a whole lot of action. Until now. This was the exact buck that Don was hoping Jay would encounter. And it's about to happen when Whitetail Freaks comes back.
So they're in the same blind that we'd put out earlier in the year. I shot my 188. Jacob shot his big kickstand buck. Now Jay Lawyer's sitting in there looking for the big 8. But I remember one particular piece of footage. I actually had my camera set up to the Nikon Edge spotting scope. It took some tremendous velvet footage. He was a great deer. I knew this would be a good one if Jay could get on this deer.
Shot up. Oh, really make sure. Point. There you go. Just went up this little damn, it's here where we are. And dropped. He was hit hard. This is like the 7th band on here. And we've seen plenty of deer, but just getting a shooter in front of us while we started camera light. It happened to see me. Corey called it too. He said we were going to kill this thing. Awesome. Can't wait to get my hands on it. Thanks, Don and Candy. 3rd year in a row. I appreciate it.
Jay was super excited when he walked out of that blind, walked up on this deer. He couldn't believe the size. The G2s on this thing was like 14.2. So it was a super animal, scored 154 inches. Jay's 3rd buck in Iowa.
Man, I'm excited. We're going down here. Look for this deer that I just shot. Don't think it went over about 50 yards, but we can't see because it went over a bank. So let's go find it. Just something I don't get to experience in West Virginia is this heavy mass these deer have. Just really cool, a lot of character. Bunch of little stickers there on the bottom. Just an awesome hunt here in Iowa with Don and Candy, Whitetail Freaks. TC did an awesome job. Man, that mass is so cool. We watched this deer for quite a while before I shot. It did come in pretty early, so Hornady did a good job. Didn't go very far at all. Can't wait to get back and show it to Don and Candy.
We were really excited for Jay. He was lucky enough to draw 3 years in a row, and each year got a big buck. 3 tags and 3 big bucks.
There's no doubt about it. If you're determined to get something and you continue to pursue that, chances are you'll get it. So whatever it may be, just keep that wish alive in the back of your mind and every so often tell yourself, I'm gonna shoot him. This is Whitetail Freaks.
Don and I have been very fortunate to meet a lot of big celebrities. And I'm gonna tell you what, right now, these boys are the real deal. Hardworking family people who just know how to get it done, and they are really true to the core. They're nice, they're down to earth. You never know that they were a celebrity on TV. And I'm gonna tell you what, they're probably my favorite 2 people to ever hit in camp.
We're gonna shoot a monster buck.